Sis, stop building a man that you are not even committed to. If he's not claiming you and you are not his girlfriend, do not try to fix him. As a single woman who is dating with a purpose, it is not your job to upgrade a man. Hi, my name is Erica J. Holston. I am Coach Honeylove. I help single ladies to date like a lady and to think like a wife. In today's video, we are going to talk about 3 ways single women actually go into fix it mode when they are dating a man. I want to help you to understand that you don't need to go into fix it mode when a man is a protector, a provider, and a pursuer. So let's go ahead and get into today's video and make sure that you subscribe to Honey Love Dating Academy's YouTube channel. So let's talk about this. As a single woman, you could be a natural nurturer, giver, and a teacher. You are always helping other people. You are always doing things to assist other people, whether if it's your children or people in your community. You are the go-to person and people just love you. And you can take that hat, you could take that capacity, and you can gear toward the men that you date. If you meet a man and he tells you that he has a sob story about why he can't do certain things, or he tells you about what he's going through in life, sometimes as a person who is an empath, you can actually think to yourself, okay, so how can I help him? And this is like one of the traps that I want to help single ladies to not even enter, in the sense of how can you help a man, especially if you are not committed to him. I suggest to single ladies to date a man that is a protector, a provider, and a pursuer. Essentially, you want to date a man who can actually set the foundation as to the life he can give you and how you two can build together. Again, it's not your job to help fix a man. So I want to give you some ways that a lot of single women can go into this way of thinking of how they can help a man that they are not even their girlfriend, and they want to help a man to make him a better man, where really, a man should actually be wanting to make himself better even before he gets to you. So, if you want to go into fix it mode, that can actually be a red flag that this man is not meant for you. Why date a man that is a build-a-bear? Why date a man that's actually a project? Why not date a man who wants to make your life easier and better, and to the point to where you feel like, again, you can actually build a wonderful life together? Okay, I know that, previously when I had dated a man and I was in a situationship for 4 years with this man, I did have a mindset, oh, let me help him. And let me just tell you that that relationship, when I was in it, left me depleted. And I didn't even know if I could actually recover from it. I wanted to help, I wanted to make things better, and I had wanted to make things easier for him. But he didn't even want to do those things for himself. So it was a tough lesson for me to actually learn. And I had given that man 4 years of my life. So if I could help you in any way, I would love to help you to not make those mistakes. But if you have ever made that mistake before, I want you to learn from it. So let's go ahead and get into the 3 ways that you can actually want to get into fix it mode. But before you get into fix it mode, actually pause and to ask yourself, why do I want to get into fix it mode? And can this man actually help make me a better woman than I'm already am? Okay. So number one is that when you are more invested in his growth than he is, you can actually want to get into fix it mode, right? So you are a person where you set goals for yourself. You are a person where you want to make things better and easier for yourself. And you actually take that mindset and you implement it into your dating as far as a man telling you about his situation and what it is that he is going through in life, right? But when you are more invested in a man and his growth, he can actually want you to fix things. And sometimes a man doesn't even ask you to fix things for him. You just go right into it. But you can actually prevent yourself from going into it by restraining yourself and having a boundary. If a man makes you feel like you are more interested in his growth than he is, that could be a red flag for you, right? One of the things that you can be thinking is that he has so much potential, or I just see so much in him. If you are thinking this and he hasn't actually implemented anything in his life as far as him acting on his potential, him actually growing in his life, or him creating goals for himself and to have the smart analysis, right? And he's not actually executing anything, then you can actually make him into a better man until he is ready, right? So, again, don't be more invested in a man's growth than what he is. And so, in the Honey Love Dating Academy with our live masterclasses, I share with single ladies to go with what a man's actions say instead of just going strictly off of what he's saying. Like, you actually have to look at a man's actions and his words, but more his actions than anything else. So if you ask him, so tell me, what are some things that you have accomplished in your life? And he just says, oh, I just go to work and I come home, that could be a problem for you, right? Because you may want a man who is a little bit more ambitious. You may want a man who actually wants to create a better life for himself. And so if he just says he just goes to work and come home, then, that could be a huge problem for you, right? So again, when you are more invested in a man's growth than what he is, that is totally a red flag. Secondly, is that if you ever find yourself constantly making excuses for a man as to why he is the way that he is, you can actually be getting into fix it mode. So you could be dating this man for 1 month, 2 months, or even 3 months, and you like him. But notice that you like him more in the sense of his potential and what he could do, not by the things that he is representing and the things that he is presenting to you, right? So if you constantly are making excuses for his behavior, for example, oh, he's been hurt, or he didn't have a good example growing up, or he just needs more time, right? A man who actually takes initiative, sorry, a man who takes initiative, right? He is actually going to take the steps that he needs to in order for him to accomplish a goal, and he's going to be able to show you what it is that he can do, because essentially you want to know how a man can provide for you emotionally, spiritually, and physically. If he cannot provide certain things for you, as far as helping you to feel safe, as far as financial stability, if he cannot actually show you those things, right, in a short amount of time when it comes to 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and 120 days, if he can actually provide you with concrete proof that he knows how to provide for you emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and you are making excuses for him, you are actually in the mindset of, let me help fix him. You are in the build a bear man mode, right? Instead of, this is what this man brings to the table, this is what this man provides for me, and I am totally interested in to see how he can provide the lifestyle that you are looking forward to. And so I work with single ladies, and one of the things that single ladies want from a man is, the number one thing is stability. So if a man cannot provide stability for you and he can't show you what he's already done with his life, how do you expect for him to be a better man if he cannot show you that he can provide you with stability? So if you are making excuses for a man, that is a problem. Don't make excuses for him. Look at the receipts as far as like how he has already built his own lifestyle, how he wants to help build a life with you, and to see where things go, and to see if you two actually have a future for you. Please do not be blinded by the nurturer in you, the giver in you, and the teacher in you. Don't be blinded by that. Actually, have on the mindset that you are a future wife and you are trying to discern if this man is a husband material man, right? You want to be a woman. You want to be in your soft era, and you want to see if a man can actually protect, provide, and pursue for you. So if he cannot do those things, that is going to be a problem. So take off the fix it hat mode and be a lady, date like a lady, and for you to think like a wife. Okay. And lastly, the third one is, when you go into fix it mode, you feel valuable when he depends on you. You feel needed. You feel wanted. But let me just tell you, I've been married going on 14 years this year. My husband has always made me feel that I was desirable, right? The chemistry between the two of us, when we first met, it was just there. We just had this spark with each other. And so I knew when I was dating him that I was desirable, that we had a spark, and me just showing up and him showing up, that we were already enough. I didn't necessarily feel like I wanted him to depend on me, because we wanted to learn if we could be codependent on each other. The problem is that if you go into fix it mode and you want to fix a man's problems and he doesn't want to show up for himself, if you want him to be dependent on you, you could already enter into a one-sided relationship. And that is something that you don't want, because sooner or later you are going to get burnt out. When you fix one problem, you feel like you need to fix all of his problems. If he can't stand up and be a man, and for him to show you how he can be a protector, a provider, and a pursuer, and a doer, if he cannot show you that he can actually do those things, that is a entire red flag, right? And so some of the things that you can hear from him is him telling you is that, oh, I can't tell anybody else what I'm going to share with you. And, nobody knows how I truly feel, but I'm going to share with you, what I am going through. Don't fall for that red flag, because if he has any type of manipulation traits, if he has any type of narcissistic traits, he's going to make you feel like, oh, you are the only one that knows this. So if the nurturer in you, if the giver in you, if the fixer in you wants to show up, you can actually want to fix his problems, and he don't even want to, right? So it's just so important for you to know if the man that you are dating, if he knows how to be codependent, where the two of you can actually work together, where the two of you actually understand the role that you play when it comes to dating. And a true man, a real man, doesn't want you to fix his problems. He actually wants to fix his own problems. And he actually wants to see how he can help you fix your problems, and how he can help you be a better woman, and for you to see if you can be a helpmeet for him. Okay? So this is about being codependent. This isn't about you allowing a man to be dependent on you. You want a man who knows how to be a protector, a provider, and a pursuer. So don't allow yourself to go into fix it mode. Allow yourself to date like a lady, and for you to think like a wife, and for you to know when you show up that your essence is enough. That you are already desirable. You are going to already feel wanted and to feel needed by your future husband, just by you simply showing up. You don't necessarily need to think, oh, I need to do. When as a woman, all you need to do is just be, especially when you're dating. When you just be as a woman and you have conversations with the man, and a man is able to enjoy your presence, and you're actually able to enjoy his presence, and when the two of you actually talk with each other, that there is some type of compatibility, there's some type of vibe between the two of you, and you can actually enjoy each other's company, and you can sense that he enjoys your company, and you don't need to perform. You don't need to go into fix it mode. Why don't you sit down, and for you to understand that your presence is enough, that you are enough, that you don't need to show up as the nurturer and the giver and the teacher when it comes to you dating. You can actually show up as a lady who wants to date, and for you to think like a wife. And more importantly, for you to date a man that can protect, provide, pursue you, and for a man to show you that he can be a doer, and he is a man of his word, and he is actually wanting to see how can he make your life better, and for you to see if you can be a helpmeet for him, right? So when it comes to dating, if you ever feel like you need to fix a man, if you ever feel like you need to build a bear of a man, that is a total red flag. That is a signal that this man isn't meant for you. That's a signal that he's not meant for you. If you ever enter into a relationship like that, as I had previously, it only led me to heartache and pain. That's exactly where it led me. And it cost me money too. So when I met my husband, I went through none of those things. I met a wonderful man. God sent me a wonderful man. So don't date a builder bear man. If a man wants you to feel sorry for him, count that as a red flag. Don't desire to want to fix a man. A man should already want to do things to make himself a better man. That's what real men do. That's what real men do. They want to fix their own problems. And the woman that they are interested in regarding for her to become his wife, he wants to see, can he afford her? Can he help build with her? And what he can do to help her in her life. So I hope that this helped you. And, when I work with single ladies when I work with single ladies regarding their dating coaching programs and in Honey Love Dating Academy live master classes, I help them to see you don't ignore the red flags. You don't excuse a man's behavior. If anything, you observe and you discern. And sometimes a lot of women need support in that area. I know that I previously needed help in that area. So you don't have to date alone if you don't want to. You can actually get the support that you need in order for you to date like a lady and to think like a wife. Don't let a man make you feel sorry for him. Some of these men want you to feel sorry for them in order for you to say, "Oh, I got you." No, no, ma'am. If anything, he should have you. And it's okay to date a man that's a protector, a provider, and a pursuer, and who wants to build with you and to be codependent with you, not a man being dependent on you. You want reciprocity, you want a two-way relationship. You want to date a man where you say, "Pinch me," or "Where did you come from?" You want to date a man that makes you feel good about being a woman. You already feel good about being a woman. But what I'm saying is that you want him to make you feel even better about being a woman. So I hope that this video has helped you and given you some things to think about, to not go into fix it mode with any man. Let him fix his own problems. Remember to subscribe to Honey Love Dating Academy YouTube channel. And if you want some support on your dating journey because you're tired of dating alone and you want dating strategies to help you attract a marriage-minded man, go to honeylovedatingacademy.com and join today. I'm Coach Honey Love, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.